Hey there, it's Daniel from TheGoodocs.com, where you can get free Google Docs templates and guides. We are going to thoroughly review all tools to create your personal site on Google Sites and do it substantially. Now on the Next Pages tab, on the Controls bar, you create and manage all pages of your site. For a user, they will be displayed here on the header. The first page is the home page by default, and based on it, you create new pages with the plus icon on the bottom. Page 1 and done. And here it is on the header, which is empty of course. Now, if you want to keep the style of the home page or others for a next page, you can simply duplicate one. So next to a page name, there is Options button and Duplicate Page. A complete copy of the home page, and then you change it based on the created style. Also, with the Options button, you can make any other page a new home page. Then you can see the page properties, which is a name and advanced for a custom path. Hide it from navigation, and then delete. And then add subpage, which basically creates a subpage under the selected one. And then you know it, there is a common drop-down with subpages that appear in the selection when you hover over a certain page on the header that has this expand check mark, and pressing on it will send you to that page. You can add more, and it will appear in the drop-down as well. Manage it like all other pages with settings, and create sub-pages. That will look like this when you expand the list. Also in the settings, you can hide the page from navigation on top, making it invisible for users but visible for you and administrators like it's a draft. Or you can put links to these hidden pages on visible pages to make them accessible that way. For that, you go back to Insert and add a button element, naming it. And when you click on the field for a link, you'll be able to choose where this button will send a user, among which you can select the page that was hidden from navigation. Back to Pages. And finally, you can delete the page. Back to the plus button. On top, we have New Menu section, which is basically just a name of a selection of pages. Let's add a subpage there. It works only this way, and I'll show you. So unlike the regular pages on a header that you click on and it sends you to that page, the menu section is just a name of a certain group of pages. You cannot press on it, but when you hover over it, it expands and shows you the selection. Then you can add links and pages across the site or to external sources. And here we get to the HTML code embedding. Let's return to the elements and choose Embed. This can be a link to another website. I'll insert ours and choose Whole Page. And it will literally put our website inside of this Google site, which is completely interactable like it's a normal site, but inside of another site. Or we embed a certain HTML with CSS code on the next tab. Simply insert it here. I have a sample code, and it looks like this. And this just greatly increases the customization capabilities of your site. Yet, it's intended for some little code insertion, unlike when you insert a code as a page on the Pages tab. Plus button. Full page embed. Name it and done. Add embed and embed code. Now this is literally another website located on the Google site as some sort of hosting, but having way wider customization capabilities, provided by HTML and CSS web languages. It's interactive, customizable, but it can only be edited in the form of HTML code. You go here for that. But it does not actually correspond to the idea of simplicity of Google Sites, more like an additional feature, though significantly increasing the customization capabilities. And finally here for Pages, adding we have link. Just a regular link, but since it is added in the form of a page, it will appear on the header as well, and when you press on it, it will naturally send you to its source. Finally, closing the subject, but with quite a significant feature, the themes, that actually holds in itself a really big piece of controls over the whole style of your site. A kind of template for further use if you want to keep the style for your further sites. There are a few created by Google that you can quickly apply with a click on any. But the real customization starts when you create a new theme with this button. Naming the template. Then you add a logo and banner image. And then selecting a color palette among offered or set custom ones. Then fonts for all titles and headings of the site, and fonts used in the body. And create theme that you can readjust anytime, but with even deeper tuning, like with these colors. First of all, you're allowed to set 3 color styles to quickly change the color scheme of some particular section. For that, you go to this bar on the left to the section color, and select another style. That's how it works. Concerning these settings themselves, here you set a default color and make a few styles to change on the go, with setting a body background color. Titles and headings color, with even a preview. And the body text color. More options reveals even more detailed settings, so you can set a different color for every title, heading, and the body text. Advanced controls for all text on the page, including all basic tools like font, showing changes instantly, format, spacing, and others. Then image controls that we already went through. Here they are, just put in a single place. Except for favicon. This little image located in front of the site name on the browser tab. Basically, you can just insert a logo of the website. Then navigation, that sets the color of the banner with the name when the visitor scrolls the page down. And these settings define how the name of the selected page will look like, meaning like let's choose the background color type of highlighting, its color, and here it is. The selected page is highlighted with a background color behind the page name. And when we switch to another, it's getting highlighted instead of the previous one, since now we're watching another page. And this is just some user interface improvement. letting the visitor know on which page he is at the moment. And then the style of other components that you will add to the site: the button, divider, link, and the image carousel. Starting from the button, we have one on the homepage. And at the moment it uses the style 1, that we can change right away. That's the result. And then the options for outlined button type. Then it's the divider, we have it here as well, which is as simple as colors, but also allows us to change the line weight. Then the link color, specifically the one that is inserted in the text. And the image carousel, defining the color of an active dot. The spacing is just a basic setup for spacing between the elements and sections on the whole site. So, and I recommend going here closer to the end of your website creation process so you can see how changes affect the elements on the site live. Now the general controls over the site. For that, you go to the settings icon on the toolbar on top. In the navigation, you choose the style of the header. On top, like we have now, or on the side. Opened with a press on it. Then the brand images that we went through already. Now this one enables a little info button in the lower left of the site that shows the site's last update time. And the anchor links, as it's explained by Google, allowing viewers to link to specific sections on the page. Then we have the custom domains feature, offered within Google Workspace paid subscription, basically letting you create an individual domain for your Google site, without this site's Google particle at the start of the address, making it look like it's a completely separate site. Then the analytics feature is a substantial subject to be explained in further videos, and the announcement banner that will appear for everyone on top of the header, where you can draw attention to some important info about your service. Here you turn it on, then select its color. Type in the announcement itself. And then it will have a button next to the announcement. Choose its label. And provide a link which can lead to a page on your site or to any other external source. And an option to make it open in a new tab. The button takes me to another page. And as you can see, the banner doesn't appear on it, nor on other pages, unless you check the box for showing it on all pages. And there are a few more additional settings behind this Options button. The version history, make a copy, and a help section from Google. Finally, we preview, publish, and share our new site. So this is a toolbar with general controls over the site. It has undo and redo. And then entering the preview mode with this button, which you will certainly use a lot to understand how it all looks to the visitor. All the sections, pages, interactive elements, exactly how the user will get it. On the computer, tablet, and the phone, and returning. The link icon next to the preview gives you a direct link to your site so you can share it with others. You basically send the link to someone, which will lead him to the site. Now this is a sharing button, just like with all other Google services. Here's the list for people with editing permission. You add them by email or from your contacts in this field. And the general access. Who can see the draft of the website, restricted or anyone. And the publishing itself, turning on the public access to anyone from the web, from Google or by the link. And done. Now, this Publish button doesn't do only that, but allows you to review all changes made from the previous publication. On the left, you will see a changes history starting from the last update. And these two tabs give you a side-by-side comparison between the currently published version on the right and the one you are going to publish on the left. And you can expand any for a more comfortable view. These settings let you change the web address, custom domain options, disable showing your site in the search engines, and either you want editors to review changes every time before publishing. And publish. Now copy the link. Open a new tab, paste, and view your site like a visitor, which enables all elements, unlike just a preview mode. And here we are with a website you can use however you want, absolutely for free. Hundreds more guides and a lot of free Google Docs templates on TheGoodocs.com following the link below the video. Like to help share our videos to more people and subscribe to see more guides. I hope we helped you. Thank you for watching.